Boys, Luton are 2-2 after being 2-0 down.
Hello, everyone. I think Jack's about to choke on chicken, but hello, everyone. Hopefully, all of you as well. Have we recovered? Yes, I don't think any of us have quite yet. But yeah, Liverpool have won. They've beaten Nottingham Forest by 1-0. Obviously, because of one man in particular, and his Darwin Núñez. Yes, Darwin Núñez. Do you know what? He's just a shit Andy Carroll, guys. Like, come on now. No, but obviously, hopefully everyone's having a fantastic day. And you better be, because again, Liverpool extend the gap at the top of the Premier League, which tomorrow and Monday could very well stay the same in terms of the gap at the top of the Premier League. But again, let us know how all of you are in the comments. And I thought Luton had gone 3-2 up then in the game as well. But Evening Press, hopefully doing well, mate, as well, saying the red machine rolls on as well. Yes, it bloody does. But Jack, how are we? Hopefully the chicken
I cannot speak. If you're a fan of the darts, I couldn't speak. I was jumbling my words, and what a win that was, lads. And chat, like, that is for me. I was speaking to Nigel on my obviously post match. That for me has got resemblance of when we did win the league a couple of years ago at Villa game. The way we won that game at the depth, obviously goals from Mane and Andy Robinson on that day. But this could be pivotal. It could be huge. But we needed to win going into that City game on Sunday, mate. I think any drop points this evening would have been very disappointing, mate. But I'm just made up. Doesn't matter how we scored or how late. Is the most important thing is Liverpool have got all 3 points.
It's Nigel. It's I think it is Liverpool's official latest goal in Premier League history, which again, more record to have for Darwin Núñez. But how are you feeling coming out of that game?
Well, I'm just having me chicken Darwin here, late and really tasty.
It just add a little bit of spice. That's what you need.
It's all right. If you go on social media, all the rival fans are fuming. But
it's great.
It's like
it's great.
It's Fulham's own minute, like Forest's own minutes that they added on themselves for time wasting for the whole of the 90 minutes. But it is what it is.
Well, it is. And again, I haven't really looked at the match report afterwards, but I think Forest had about like 3 red cards after the game. I don't know if there's any players that got sent off. And I know that a few coaching staff got sent off after the game. Obviously, reportedly, of course, the Forest owner as well was chasing Paul Tierney down the tunnel, which, if that's the case, then that's hilarious.
Channeling is in a Jurgen Klopp sometimes.
Well, to be fair, Jurgen is one booking away from a
we got away with that with Jurgen today.
I think Paul Tierney didn't really take that into consideration.
I don't think he knew. If he would have known, I think he would have given Klopp straight red. But I think he kind of didn't know that. He'd come off the pitch after back of tonight going, Darry, did he actually really? But it's one of them happily days.
Well, hopefully that is the last of Paul Tierney for Liverpool this season.
Oh, tonight we'll see him again. We'll see him again.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
100%. Pressing, we'd have gone against City deflated. Yeah, and that's the thing. And I think, as Jack has alluded to, it's the fact that, mentality monsters 2.0. Again, it reminds us of the year that we won the Premier League against Villa away. That's the only realistic thing I can allude it to. It is Villa away. And it just goes to show again, it doesn't matter how late Liverpool, we get the job done. And look, everyone knows Forest away isn't
always
the easiest of games. Yeah, like Liverpool haven't won away there for 40 years, which in the league. So it's a massive boost of confidence going into the City game next week, I should say anyway. But as Press said there, by the way, Dan's is our pre-assist. He took their goalkeeper. Well,
it's there. That challenge was there to be won. Like, it is what it is. I think for me, if you eradicate those challenges in football, football would well and truly be dead alongside VAR. He was entitled to go for the ball. Yes, he got a yellow card, but it was very much a 50-50 there. He was entitled to go for the ball.
Yeah, I want to quickly speak on the match winner. Obviously, Darwin Núñez. Again, I love him so much, and what he is creating at Liverpool. Again, people will call him a shit Andy Carroll, but I think now that's his 25th goal involvement this season, which, you know, it is outrageous compared to, again, supposedly is meant to be a flop. But Nigel, how much do you think this will add to Darwin's confidence? Obviously, coming back from an injury. It's massive in terms of, again, going into next week. Obviously, start at Prague on Thursday, but that City game next week, it's a huge boost for the boys.
Said it to Jack earlier on. I'd start him, stick him straight in on your man, the right back. What's his name?
Kyle Walker.
Yeah, straight in on top of him, ball down on top of him, rain ball down on top of him, and just because he's quick enough, but he ain't Darwin quick. So no, rain ball down and play off Darwin. Put him out on the wing.
I'd love to see it, you know, because Kyle Walker can get at. You know, you look at Sadio Mane the last time you played against him, you got a good goal against him.
Yeah, the City-Chelsea game as well, mate. Obviously, a couple of weeks ago, Chelsea had numerous opportunities in that game in those wide areas, and that's hopefully an area, a pitch that we do thrive on. Really, mate, but I don't know if you got it on the schedule, mate, but that ball from McAllister, I think I've seen his comments after the game, obviously just saying he knew exactly what he needed to do, and that was just get the ball into the penalty area. And he said, as long as it hit Núñez, I know he would have done the job as well. So amazing, mate. Like, it is importance in this Liverpool team. McAllister, alongside plenty of them, is really growing, and it's looking really positive. I think if Liverpool win the league, I think we need to keep the McAllister very fit.
Yeah, totally agree with Jack. People be saying about De Bruyne. Well, there's our De Bruyne.
I think he's more of a Gundogan. I think he's more of a Gundogan.
Yeah, okay.
I'll take that. I think City massively miss him from last season, and I think since Mac has been back since the injury, you can just see the impact that he's had on this Liverpool midfield. And I think all season long he's been, again, I don't think we have seen the best of Alexis McAllister in a Liverpool shirt because he'd be playing the six. But now we've got Wataru Endo playing week in, week out, Szoboszlai coming back with McAllister. That's a frightening midfield to even think about going into next week. Yeah.
Sobo obviously getting a couple of minutes as well. Obviously off the back, even better that we got 3 points. But I think the main thing is, I think we've had some news this evening. It's literally, if you're not on socials, it's Egypt's medical team against Liverpool's medical team at this moment in time. Egypt coming out some strong words saying that they don't want him to play, which is stupid because Liverpool paid a wages of Salah if he's fit. And good luck telling Salah that you're not going to be playing against City. You think he will do. But we just need to keep all of our lads fit, mate. I think rotation's going to be very key going into Thursday night's game as well. I think we'll see Dan's and obviously Bobby Clark, who I felt was absolutely phenomenal again today. Didn't look out of place at all in a big Premier League game. It's not an easy ground, as you allude to there, Connor. The records speak for itself as well. History was against us, but Liverpool again tonight. Bobby Clark, there was numerous player performances that we'll speak about tonight, mate. But it's that grinded out results. Just the mentality has always been there in this squad. I think some people in our fan base just need to keep on believing even more, because time and time and time again, this Liverpool side under Jurgen Klopp has delivered and delivered. They have done this evening again.
Yeah, I 100% agree. It's the fact that I think every Manchester City fan and Arsenal fan thought it was done. And then when they come back and have like, oh, Liverpool actually won the game. I think for them, I think as somebody put, Press said earlier on about being deflated. I think that will massively deflate them too, more so than Liverpool, because you go into next weekend and City thought that they could get, if Liverpool drew this and City comes to Anfield and beat us, they'd be top of the Premier League. Now, again, Liverpool now can afford to draw that game as well in certain circumstances. Of course, obviously Arsenal are thereabouts.
But if we can get the win, lads, Jesus.
If we can get the win, Liverpool are favourites for the Premier League title. I said that yesterday. For me, Liverpool they're not outright favourites for the league. But again, I wouldn't be surprised though if Liverpool next week fully go for draw, because it's typical Liverpool.
The atmosphere, Con, you've been already this season. The crowd, and speak to Nigel as well and lads as well. Even if you're not going to game Sunday, everyone wherever you're watching in a pub around the world or whatnot with your family and mates and that, let's get behind them. Sing your bloody heart out. Get behind these lads. Channel all your energy into Anfield on Sunday, because it is going to be massively needed. It's going to be an absolute wall of noise. I think if Liverpool, even if we sense a slight slip on one of the City players, then we'll be straight at it, and these Liverpool players will be at it.
It has to be like it was last season, like a fully toxic atmosphere.
The Champions League game as well, when we won 3-0, that was magical. Yeah,
it needs to be that next week for sure. See the title of his next video. Were Liverpool lucky? Yeah, absolutely not. Again, I think that the big one is the fact that I think more so Arsenal fans have seen on social media so far crying about Liverpool winning, which again I absolutely love it.
We warned Arsenal fans. They were asking us over the last couple of years, what's it like to be in a title race? But Arsenal are in a title race with us and Man City. Like, you have to be 9.97 out of 10. You need to be perfect. Like, you can't allow, even if Arsenal's games next couple of weeks. Thing is, if we can win City, then Arsenal and Manchester City. So in a couple of weeks' time, one of them, or if not both of them, are going to hopefully lose 2 points. But thing is, we just got to focus on ourselves and just be confident, really, and just keep our heads.
I think exactly. I think the big thing for us would be if they got each other in the Champions League.
Yeah,
if Liverpool can get past Sparta Prague and then have a good-ish tie in terms of travel and so on. Obviously, with the quarters, it's you're most likely going to get a very tough opponent. But as long as Liverpool travel-wise and squad-wise have a good tie, that just thinking about City against Arsenal again, that would be huge for the title anyway. But as Press said, Sterling battered Walker twice. Núñez can do the same, 100%. Italia all celebrating with wings and chips. Walker low, big up to Gary as well. How about Forest owner storming on the pitch? He does it every week, as far as I've seen. Anyway, I've seen a couple of people mention he does go on the pitch every single game, which. Could you imagine John Henry doing a chasing Paul Tierney down the tunnel? I can't see that personally ever happening.
The referees in England, they're just typical, really. In all honesty, you never know. And if anyone commenting, obviously, please do comment in English. Obviously, if it is an English stream as well. So
if you could, it's best to know what you're putting. So, so please comment in English if you can do anyway. But big up Ends as well.
Big up Ends. How are we, lads? I know
you
and Savage and the lads will be absolutely buzzing off that, mate. So that's amazing, mate. It's got to keep on winning.
And I'll have to get you on as well. I did really did the video of is it Coach Rans? I think it is. I did watch that video. It was a very, very good video as well. So big up Ends with that as well. But giving other players praise, I should say. Joe Gomez for me, lads. I think Nige again. James Milner 2.0.
Better than Milner. Wow.
Like again, DM. Second time he's played there in the week. Left back, right back. Just an unbelievable footballer compared to 12 months ago as well, where I think the majority of us had questions on whether or not he would be staying at Liverpool long term. But what a change, what a turnaround, I should say, for Joe Gomez and what he's been able to do.
Straight to Jack earlier, that an absolute shoe-in has to be nominated for Player of the Year. Has to be.
Needs to be in that England team as well.
Yeah, if they're nominating 3 players for Player of the Year, Joe Gomez has to be one of them. Has to be. There is he's played so many different positions, versatile, come back from a couple of really serious injuries and never let us down. Never let us down. He's been impeccable.
Sorry, by the way, if anyone cares, Villa have just gone 3-2 up as well. But,
is that like the 90th minute, is that?
88th minute.
Oh, big goal for them. Big goal.
But yeah, I would agree. I think for that England team, especially for the Euros, he's got to be in the conversation to be on the plane.
It's not just even like the position; it's probably the position as well. We all know Joey, his position is in the six, but I think the fact that he's learning it on the fly as well. Obviously, we know he's not the world's best inverted six, but he done a job today, and I think the fact that he slotted back into that back three on that left hand side just goes to show, lads, we are very blessed to have likes of him, Ibu, Conor Bradley, Van Dijk, Robbo filling in little position in which he played today.
Jarrell Quansah.
Yeah, Quansah will be needed as well this season. So we are extremely stacked. And then when you caveat that with the young players coming through as well, we are in such a promising position.
And then we are, and you look through that team. You look at through the whole team now. It isn't one. I don't think there's one area of our squad at the minute that doesn't have potential in it. I think obviously defense, as you guys have already mentioned, with Konza, Conor Bradley, and so on. Midfield, Bobby Clark, as you said earlier on, Jack. I think Bobby Clark had a really, really good
solid game.
Game. Yeah, reminds me of when we speak about Adam Lallana replacements. You know, again, it's been so long since we've seen a player that will have a go at someone and it's good at counter pressing as well. You know, it's so young, I should say.
I think, well. I know it's quite bold as well, lads. I think Bobby Clark might have jumped ahead of Curtis Jones in terms of the pecking order. I think Jones, and yeah, again, we've still got Jones to come back as well. But I think in terms of what he offers Bobby Clark within a game, and I think he jumps ahead of Ryan Gravenberch as well. Bobby Clark, the way he's played. I know it's only a small sample size the last couple of weeks, but I think today showed for me his technical understanding is absolutely phenomenal within a game. And I think he really puts Liverpool on such a... He's a bit like McAllister. He's very versatile. He's so good with technically with the ball at his feet. I think he's... the
other place, Jack, where he might be slightly ahead of the other two is aggression-wise. He's really aggressive, you know. He doesn't pull out of anything. He puts the body in. It's great to see. It really is.
It's the fact that, again, how old is Bobby Clark? Is he 18?
19.
Yeah,
19.
Like the fact he's still got another 3 years of learning. Like, again, it's outrageous how good the academy boys have actually been this season. And for me, it takes us back 2 years ago. Like when we spoke about the season as a whole, we used every inch of our squads to do to try and do the quadruple, and it feels like it is definitely the same.
We are in more. I'd say we're more stronger though, mate. I think Klopp said this week we are a lot more stronger in terms of your overall, in terms of, as you alluded to there, the development of the squad as well. The young lads, they are peaking at the right time in their Liverpool career. And I tell you, if it's Alonso, whoever comes in next summer, it won't be just the current crop of players to be looking at. They'll be looking at the future as well. That next wave of academy quality coming through.
Just to add another little layer there, I'm keeping an eye on Twitter here as well. And BN Sports have a thing on and said it's a basic refereeing error that should not happen at this level. Richard Keys and Andy Gray.
Oh, here we go.
Are discussed the referee not giving the ball to Nottingham Forest at the restart of an injury. Why would they give the ball to Nottingham Forest and we had the injured player who got kicked in the head?
Yeah.
Ibu got kicked in the head.
By the way, not enough people are mentioned as well that, like, with that, like Liverpool had, I think it was on the 80th minute, Liverpool had a corner and we had to give the ball back for a head injury. So it's worked both ways in that sense, either way.
That's probably where Tierney's balanced it out. He's probably said, I've give you, and he's obviously Tierney's not our best mate, but I think today, much to wind rival fans up, I think he had a very good game for Tierney, if I'm being honest. And that's not just me sitting here off the back of a...
You didn't give Klopp a yellow card, we all know.
Yeah, the legends. That's Klopp's going away present. But yeah, I think he had a good game. But at the end of the day, Forest fans, if you've got any complaining to do, have it with your own players. Stay on your feet, run the game out, stop wasting time on throw-ins, goal kicks, free kicks, everything. I get it's part and parcel of the game. Do that when you're winning 2 or 3-0 within a game. Then you're entitled to do it, but don't be doing it when it was 0-0. Because I thought at 0-0, the way the Forest players were acting in the corner, even in the first half, you were like, are they defending the 3-goal lead here? It's 0-0.
Well, you're actually saying that Forest had they had 3 yellow cards in added time for time wasting. So if that goes to show anything,
That's 30 seconds a pop there. There you go. Like
so it's like I've seen people screenshotting the times when Núñez scored, and everyone's like, oh, it's Liverpool getting added time until they score, but you just look at it. I'm looking at it now. Morgan Gibbs-White got given a yellow card. Danilo got given a yellow card, and Felipe got given a yellow card.
And then substitutions and extra time as well. That's an added 30 seconds. So, like, it's modern day football rivalry. Yeah, you can put your thinking hats on, rival fans. Don't just go look at the time and go, oh, it's over the time. Football's not like that. Even when your team has played, it's about in-game intelligence as well. And Forest massively lacked that. He did. Stone fault.
Newcastle last season.
Yeah. Pope was lying on his ass, falling on the ground next to time.
Fabio Carvalho, 98 minutes added, scored in the 99th minute.
Yeah, so drink it in, drink the rival tears in. We enjoy it.
I think as a press up there, I thought Origi scored against when he shot. Do you know what? When I saw him on the starting, when he started, I thought, oh, crap, we're going to have a Divock Origi, super showdown. But look, it was so weird seeing him in a Forest kit. But I think that is the first time he's played against Liverpool as well. I think because.
Yeah, I think it is. I think the last time he was injured, wasn't he?
The game earlier on the season he was injured as well. So it was
I'm pretty sure he would have celebrated. I think he might have forgot.
Klopp gave him a massive hug, didn't he, after the game, and they were both smiling. So
yeah, he's a good lad, Divock, and hopefully has a successful career because he's a good lad.
One thing I did want to say as well, a bit on the negative side, and we spoke about this. I know you guys spoke about it on your show, Jack. Cody Gakpo, for me, a bit frustrating with the performance today. It wasn't, again, I wouldn't say it was a howler, by anything, but I think there was certainly a few decision makings where he didn't. I think there's one chance where he could have put in for Darwin and didn't. I think there was another one for Lucho as well where he could have just slotted Lucho in, and again, Lucho would have had an opportunity to score, but he went for the goal instead. And I know we were speaking about it off air that he hasn't had the best time at Liverpool in terms of getting on a starting position because he's been put everywhere, which is something I think Jurgen needs to work on. But Nigel, for you, obviously we spoke about it again. I think he's had the most amount of minutes since the World Cup 2 years ago. But what's your overall thoughts on, first of all, on Cody Gakpo's game today, and just is it time a little bit for Jurgen to give him a little bit of a break and go, right, this is your position. Once again, we've got Salah back next week, hopefully, and a couple of other guys back as well.
That's the problem. He's not after playing in any set position. Like if a sub is made and he's leaving Darwin on, 9 times out of 10 he's switching him into a different position as well. So he's having to play 3 or 4 different positions. And that's not easy. He's just he's a good lad, good player. He'll give it 100%. He's an honest lad, and it's just his legs have got to be really falling off him. Look at Endo last week. And Klopp said is stiffest legs I've ever seen on a player after a match. Well, he couldn't have started Endo today, I don't think. But I mean, Cody Gakpo has played so much for us and for Holland and for whoever else. It's been like just going and going and going, and he never shirks out of anything. He was very unlucky not to score last week with a header. So I'm behind all our players. I don't know if any of you were on Twitter during the game. It can be a real set pit. It really can.
I don't get involved with that, lad. It's
what's going on.
Yeah, it's a thing. Like, I don't think, God help some of our fans in like the 90s as well. I was a Bath fan.
No,
2010s. 2010s, even like Roy and that. So, like, we've come a massive long way. But going back to Gakpo, mate, as you lads have already alluded to, I said on my show as well, mate, he's played a lot of minutes. He's single-handedly spearheaded this Liverpool side in recent weeks. And as Nigel said, it's a great point that he's not really stayed. I think when we brought him in, I still feel his best position is left winger for Liverpool. I think at his time of Holland as well. And obviously with Jota coming back, if he's not playing, but next season, I think it will be Jota and Núñez through the middle and then Cody on the left alongside with another player, Diaz or whoever. So I do still think we need another right winger as well. You can never have enough good attackers just in case Salah does get an injury or whatnot happens in the next couple of years. But Gakpo, I think it's difficult. I think there will be games where Gakpo is needed in terms of what he brings to the team. Because I'm not having this notion of people going, Gakpo's shit. He's not a bad footballer. He's a very highly intelligent attacking player for Liverpool. From a technical point of view, he brings players into the game. And if games are needed where you need to hit it long, in terms of getting in behind, obviously Gakpo thrives at the ball at his feet. Sometimes he plays too much with his back to goal. I think ideally, if you ask Gakpo, he'd much rather switch it and play running 1v1. But it's one of them, mate. I think he's got a lot to show, Gakpo, and I still think we will see the best album this season.
I'd love it if Jurgen tried him in a 10 position. Love us stick to one game go.
I think we tried that already this season, Con, haven't we? What game was it? Where he can play in that attacking midfield role as well, but it's exciting.
The whole of the beginning of the season when we had no midfield.
Yes, there we go.
The other thing, lads, is when, especially in the first half today and most of the second half as well, when we were playing, it's too many touches, too much sideways stuff, and letting them get set. You know, we kind of thrive. If Darwin had been on, Darwin would have thrived on ball into the corner. Same with Diaz. We were knocking balls, and players would have to turn back on themselves to get the ball and then turn and try and play it. We weren't giving the ball to our players in front of them so they can run into spaces at players and not having to check back. That's huge. So, you know, it's putting all our players on a back foot and giving the opposition time to get set. So that affects things as well. It really does. You wouldn't believe it, how much it affects it, especially at that level. Yeah. So, you know, we just positive play, get the ball down. We're going to have to do that next week. Positive play, get the ball down, get on the front foot, get the ball in front of our players, all of them, and try not to play too many sideways passes.
Do we, a little bit of a question go for next week. Do we think we play more counter-attack next week against City? Or do Liverpool try and dominate?
I think we'll play in the front foot. I think with McAllister, Endo straight in there. I think the interesting one will be who that third midfielder is. Whether it will be a Bobby Clark or a Szoboszlai. For me, I'd play Bobby Clark ahead of Szoboszlai, mainly due to rhythm. I think if you put Szoboszlai in, how many times have we seen this season when he hasn't been on his full song? I'd rather have Szoboszlai coming off the bench to really impact the game. But I think, for me, it'd be a big, bold shout from me to play Bobby Clark ahead of Sobo. But I think he's certainly, playing the front foot. I just can't wait, mate. I know we're a week and a day away from next Sunday, but that atmosphere is going to be crazy.
It's title-defining game. Even though there is 10 games left after that game in the league, you're then in the running. Obviously, you're then I think it's just 100 miles per hour in the last 10 games of the season, and. If Liverpool were to win that next week, then Jesus Christ, it's going to be it's going to be a nerve-wracking end to the season.
Especially if they get a good draw in the Champions League for us, for our point of view. They have like a Real Madrid or someone ridiculous in the knockouts. So fingers crossed.
Hopefully, as well as Precious said. By the way, next week will be Luis Diaz's first league game against City. Believe it or not.
That's a mad, great stat there, Press. Bloody hell. That's mad, man.
Yeah, that is actually quite mad. The fact that he hasn't played against City in the league.
Just a reminder remember that we're talking earlier on about the last time we beat City. What I was saying a couple of minutes ago about the front foot. The goal we scored, I remember it really well. Seen it a few times there recently against Forest. There was a ball coming out, and we cleared the ball out to the middle.
Yeah.
And Kenny kind of half turned on it and played it first time into the space. And Rushy ran down the middle of the field. And Chris Fairclough was playing centre half, who was no slouch. But Rushy was gone. and he went in and slotted it past Chilton in the goal. It was a brilliant finish. That's the last time we beat Forest there, 1-0. 1984.
It's actually mad the fact that Liverpool, we haven't won there since then. Like that's the mad thing about. I know we won there in the FA Cup, I think 2 years ago. I think it was.
Yeah,
but
Jota.
even going back last season, we battered Forest away from home and didn't get away with anything. I think it was
They are a very good footballing side, though, lads, aren't they? They make it difficult, and I do think they'll stay in the Premier League. In all honesty, I think you look at the Callum Hudson-Odoi, Alanga, highly talented player, made up that he's left United because he deserved his opportunity. But hopefully they stay up.
Said to Jack earlier on, Con, that we played Nottingham Forest in the very first Premier League game on a Sunday in 1982, and they beat us 1-0. Teddy Sheringham scored. We had David James making his debut. Yeah. Could you imagine the Twitter backlash if they thought some of the stuff he did?
Yeah, David James.
I used to call David James, but my nickname for David James is the Vampire. Afraid of crosses. So, not safe.
When you actually look at Liverpool goalkeepers in the Premier League history, it's only the last
since Ali.
Ali's been the world class one, but even going back then, Pepe Reina, I think
Pepe had a very solid 2 years. I think when he won Golden Glove twice, I think he did, or
I think 3 years in a row he won it. But I think he's got I think most in a row. I think.
Yeah, considering he's up against Petr Cech as well in that era. That's
before that, we signed 2 goalkeepers on the same day, if you remember right.
Kirkland and Carson, was it?
No, Kirkland and Dudek.
Oh, Kirkland and Dudek.
The fact that we played 3 goalkeepers in one season is ridiculous. Went back in the Champions League.
Before that, then we had David James and Brad Friedel, who our coaching staff absolutely ruined. Went on to play really well with Spurs. Couldn't put one foot in front of the other again for us.
No.
Was Paul Robinson a goalie for us as well?
Who?
Paul Robinson. Oh no,
no. You're thinking. We had a guy called David Jones on loan for a couple of games. Welsh international. Yeah. We were stuck, and he played in goal for a couple of games and did quite well.
Yeah, for a couple of games. Yeah. I think Zane said we've right. I haven't seen it. We'll all enjoy it tonight, Reds, won't we? But there's going to be some. We'll have to get our popcorn out for tonight's show.
I'll read Zane's comment in a minute, but big up Dave as well. Hopefully doing well as well. Obviously, Prescott's Bosley, not at full strength. Sorry, Jack as well.
Don't say sorry, lads. Oh God, you can disagree with me. I'll let it off.
You're wrong. Big up Luke as well. Hope you do well. Pressing another stat. Canate will meet Haaland for the first time as well. Is that maths? Probably. But there's the salt from rival fans today. Why are you so rattled? Maybe because they don't have enough faith in their own team like us. Yeah, 100%. Again, though, I think the majority of salt I've seen is Arsenal fans. Again, they're hoping and praying for a proper slip up from us in City. I think Arsenal, if you just go by Arsenal fans in particular, you would think Arsenal are currently top of the Premier League, but they've gone from 3rd to 3rd the last 6 weeks, and there's been no difference. Which again, I'll probably
it's going to have to come down to them, as we've learned, lads, from our own time. You have to take your own opportunities. It always is the big games. That's why Sunday is going to be probably going to be bigger in Istanbul at this rate, especially if you win the league. It's going to be mad.
If we was to say right now, because I'll quickly look at the Premier League table. Yeah, if you could get that up as well. But if we quickly look at it as well, let us know your guys' thoughts in the chat. Obviously, Liverpool now on 63 points with 27 played. City on 59, Arsenal on 54. How many points do we think all 3 will finish on? Taking biased out of it, which
I think it's going to be quite maximum though, mate. I think the big games are going to be the big games. We need to win against City. That will create a kind of little position. And then obviously the City-Arsenal game is going to be imperative for both of those sides. But I think the Champions League will play a massive part in this as well. As you said, kind of top of the show, they can somehow draw each other. in the Champions League, I think they'd play Arsenal. Was it be like 3 times in the space of like 15 days? Something stupid.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So that would be bonkers. And even if you'd had a Real Madrid in between that as well, it would be great.
Well,
We've got another one. We've got another feud here. There's 5 Live are reporting on Twitter.
Oh.
The owner is quite upset, as the quote, but what has been said is Nottingham Forest sent their referee analyst for Nottingham Forest, Mark Clattenburg, to speak to us after Liverpool's win. Mark Clattenburg, referee analyst for Nottingham Forest. There you go.
Yeah, I'm a Nanza friggin' video referee assistant. Like piss off.
I'm pretty sure Van Dijk or Jürgen would have picked up Clattenburg and put him on a coat hanger, mate. Like, what's he going to do in the changing room? Mark Clattenburg probably ran in the changing room laughing his head off. Probably himself. He's like, get a load of this, fella.
The fact that he's been paid money to do that.
Yeah,
doesn't he do the Gladiator thing now for the BBC?
Probably. Yeah, it's probably.
Is he one of the oaks that they hit people with?
I don't even know. He's the referee.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
But I'm just looking now at Arsenal's fixtures, and I'll quickly I'll read out their last 5 games of the season in the league. So they've got Wolves away, which is difficult. Spurs away, Bournemouth at home, Manchester United away, and Everton at home. That's their last 5 games of the season, which I look at them, and for me, I don't think they beat Wolves away. I've got a really weird feeling about that. I don't think they beat Spurs away. And Man United away. If Man United have the chance to stop Arsenal winning the Premier League, I think they would take it. For me, what else do we have? Press saying Spurs will play a vital role in the league title.
Is it Villa as well? Villa play everyone. I swear, Villa play everyone.
Yeah, they have us on the last away game of the season.
That's a big. That is a. I think that we spoke about today's results. I think that and the City game next week and the Villa game away. We need, if we want to win the league, I think we need to win away at Villa. Considering City got beat in that game as well.
Our big games, like our remaining Premier League games, I'll quickly read all of them out. We've got City at home. We will have Everton away at some point. Of course, we don't know when that will be.
Easy 6 points.
Man United away. Oh wait, that's the FA Cup. Sorry. Brighton at home. Sheffield United at home. United away. Palace at home. Fulham away. West Ham away. Spurs at home. Villa away, and then Wolves at home. Which
I think we don't have any more games on a Saturday at 3:00. I don't think.
Yeah.
I think Owen said it the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah, just looking through it now. Yeah, so far.
Yeah, Thursday. Yeah, Thursday, Sunday, you know.
And we can't be 12:30 no more because we've played all the games at 12:30. So yeah, nice one, BT.
Get in, Ozan, lad. Yes. Get in, lad.
That's what I was going to say. Get into Jack Lad as well. Let's go, Connor. Let's go again. As Press has also said as well, you know, that's what he thinks the title will go to. Liverpool 89 points, City 88, and Arsenal 85 points. Oh, I'd love it if we were the ones to beat City by a point instead of the other way around this time.
I think we just focus on ourselves. We win the league. Just focus on ourselves. Let's see. Arsenal do whatever they want to do, but just got to take one game at a time. Boring cliche, but it's what we've got to do.
Spurs will play a vital part, vital role in the title race. Yeah, they play. They play everyone. I think in the running, as well. Lucky jammy win.
We love it. We love those lucky and jammy wins. We take it all day. Take it every day on a Sunday as well, lad. Love it.
100%. Fulham is the one of the hardest games left. It goes under the microscope a lot. Yeah.
Are we away?
Fulham? Yeah. We'll be away from home.
Yeah, do you remember Max scored that great goal at Anfield, the volley?
What a game that was.
Well, the fact we've played them 3 times this season, and it's only been an odd goal between each game.
Semi won it. Yeah, League Cup semis.
Yeah, they're decent. They're a decent side.
Yeah, as well. But before we do head off, anyway, chat, I will quickly get man of the match from each of the lads. Nige, starting with you, who's your man of the match for today?
Yeah, that's tough. I'll I'll give it to the man who saved us kind of in the first half, Caoimhín Kelleher.
We haven't really mentioned Keller's save, which was a bit outrageous, but Alisson-esque again.
It's so
from
important,
Keller.
those saves, mate. They add up. It was like we will have, as you said on my show, mate, which anticipated that Kelleher will play a large majority of the remaining games this season, but there's no qualms from any Liverpool fan now. I think if anyone off the back of this game, again, off the back of last week as well, his importance in this side is so pivotal. But I'd give it man of the match for Kelleher as well. I know Núñez got the winner. Phenomenal, amazing work as well. But I think Kelleher, that result probably would have been above and beyond Liverpool if it wasn't for his crucial save in the first half. Regardless if it would have went to VAR or whatnot, Kelleher didn't allow it to go to the VAR.
Shout for McAllister as well, by the way.
Yeah,
he's my man of the match. Alexis McAllister, I think he was again superb. Again, game in, game out, he's having 9 out of 10 performances. But rightfully so. I think you could give it to Darwin for the match winner. You could give it to Keller and Maka as well. Like I think we mentioned earlier on, Joe Gomez as well as another one.
Like Gomez and Van Dijk's performances are not that they're going under the radar, but they're just solid.
Standard.
Standard
Van Dijk.
Yeah,
Ebu as well.
It's just solid games of football, isn't it, boys? That's all you need.
Well, that's when everyone goes like, "Oh, Van Dijk's he's not in like the conversation for like being one of the best in the Premier League." It's like standard performance from Virgil is it like an 8 out of 10?
Yeah,
the best. Simple as that. The best.
Yeah,
the statistics are there to speak for themselves alongside the likes of the greats in the Premier League. But it is what it is.
I think Who Scored put a post out saying since they've collected data since 2005, Van Dijk is the best in terms of statistics and so on. So again, who are we to argue with data and statistics?
You know, it's just because he plays for Liverpool, like with Trent, like when he plays for Liverpool. If any of our players played for the opposition rival teams, they'd be waxing lyrical Christ. They'd be in our exact same position because we know how good these lads are. So it is what it is. Enjoy it, revel in it, and Liverpool will just keep on winning games of football this season.
Yeah, 100%. And if you have any rival fans in your family, go and wind them up.
Yeah,
and just go and
whack on match of the day. Enjoy match of the day tonight as well.
Yeah, 100%. But big thank you to Nige and to Jack as well for popping on. Please go over to Anfield Road TV as well if you haven't already. Obviously tomorrow won't be a show. Monday will be a show next. We started doing clips from this show, and we do other shows as well. We do clips, so make sure you keep your eye out for any videos that do pop out tomorrow. But yeah, hopefully all of you have a fantastic rest of your Sunday and get prepared for a very busy week to be a Liverpool supporter. Sparta Prague on Thursday, and then that big game against Manchester City, which again I think all of us will be absolutely nervous and excited.
No, I'm not nervous. We're going to absolutely swat them, boys. Pardon my French.
But anyway, big up to everyone as well. If you're new around here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and until next time, guys, we'll see you all then. Goodbye.